Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Grackle Docs extension to identify and fix accessibility issues in a poorly formatted Google Doc. So right now I've got this Google Doc open. It looks okay at first glance, but it actually has several accessibility problems. Things like inconsistent headings, missing structure, unclear formatting. This can make a document very difficult to navigate for people using assistive technologies. So to help with that, we are going to use Grackle Docs extension. This is a tool that scans your document and highlights accessibility issues along with guidance on how to fix them. So I'll go ahead and open the Grackle Docs extension from our extensions list, and I'm going to click the Launch button. Okay, over here in the Grackle sidebar, you can see it's already flagged a number of issues that we'll work through step by step. So first, let's look at images, which seems to be our first issue. Grackle's telling me this document has images missing alt text. Alt text or alternative text is important because it allows screen reader users to understand the content or purpose of an image. So to fix this, I'm going to click on the images and select alt text. Now I can actually click on the image and go to alt text, or I can even go in our Grackle Docs check and I can simply add a tag directly there. All right, so I've provided my alternate text for our Warwick logo here, and I'll click on the update button. And then I'm going to do that for my remaining images here. If I click on locate, you can see it identifies the image. Then I can click on tag, and I can go ahead and continue to add alt text for each of my images. Click update, locate, tag, add my alt text. And just to show you, I'm going to recheck this document after making those changes because I want those X's to go away, and I'm just going to go in order. All right, you can see that after rechecking, it now identifies that all of the images on my page have been tagged with some alt text. All right, next let's move on to headings. So right now this document uses bold and larger text to indicate sections, but those aren't true headings. Screen readers rely on proper heading styles to actually navigate a document. So to fix this, I'm going to highlight a section title. I'm going to go up to the styles menu right here, and I'm going to apply a heading level like heading 1. Now the heading section in Grackle Docs isn't going to necessarily do this for us. It's just going to let us know that we should use headings. It even recommends using heading 1 like we did. And since that's our only heading, now you can see it says heading 1. If I recheck my doc, now you can see we are all clear. Okay, next we're going to take a look at tables because we do have a table in our doc. So Grackle is flagging this table because it's not properly formatted. Tables should really only be used for data, not for layout, and they need clear header rows so that screen readers can understand how the information's actually organized. So to fix this, we're going to click on the tag for this table. So what I actually want to do is I want to designate this first row as a header, and I want to make sure that the content in each column is clearly labeled. So this is going to help users who rely on screen readers understand the relationship between the cells instead of just hearing a confusing stream of data. So since my headers are at the top here, I'm going to click and mark as a header cell for this column. And you can see the little arrow pointing down saying it's all falling under this column here. And I'm going to do that with my other headers in this column as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to hit update and let's recheck. All right, fantastic. Our table has now been properly formatted. The next section is landmarks here. This is really more of a warning about headers and footers. Grackle may flag these if they're missing or incomplete. Headers and footers are typically at the areas at the top and bottom of your page where you might include things like page numbers or document titles. They aren't always strictly required, but they are good practice, especially for longer documents, because they can help with navigation and orientation. If needed, you can always add them by going to Insert, and then actually to page elements where you can select header and footer. And then you can add things like page numbers right here. All right, finally, we have a few things flagged in contents here that we can address pretty easily. So let's take a look. We've got some high color contrast should be used. You can see we have a little warning sign there. If we click on it, you can see that it's identified this pretty rough section of yellow text here that's really hard to see. If I click the locate button, just in case I wasn't sure where it was, it's going to highlight that for us. And then we can manually go in and change that to black, much better. Okay, so here it says fine print should be avoided. We can locate that. And yep, we can see right over here, that's some pretty tiny text. There's another indicator here saying all caps should be avoided. It's actually the same text down here. So we can go in and select that text. And let's go ahead and choose a font that makes more sense. Make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. And then finally, we have a little alert saying that links should be informative. And we can see that our URL that we have on this page, this is just the entire URL. And we're going to want to go in and edit that link so that it actually identifies the website we're going to. All right, and let's recheck our document one more time. And we have now passed all of our checks. You can see we've got the green check marks going all through it. So to recap, we have added alt text to images, applied proper heading styles, we have fixed table formatting, corrected our URLs, our color contrast, and we've also adjusted some text formatting issues. So that is a quick demo of how Grackle Docs helps improve accessibility in Google Docs. It not only identifies problems, but also guides you toward fixing them in a very straightforward way. Thanks for watching.